All right, guys, this is our last example. And like always, I'm going to start off with a picture. So we are trying to figure out the x value for this one. So if I get a picture drawn and kind of get it going, my variable is once again x. My mean is 12. Okay, so I'll put my mu right here. We're given that, and we're given our variance is 4. We are also given that this x value that we're trying to find, b, that the probability that x is less than or equal to that is 95, 96%. So almost the whole entire curve is shaded in, okay? So everything to the left of this certain point, so then we know that this point is going to be like way over here, okay? And I'm going to put b. And the probability that it's to the left of that, so everything on this side, okay? And that is going to make up, I always put my probabilities here, 0.9599, okay? So underneath my x values, I'm going to put my z values, and what I need to figure out is what my z-score is for b, okay? That correlates to this probability, and I can do that. So I want you guys to go to your distribution table, and I want you to try to find this probability somewhere in the middle of all that, okay? So if we go to our probability distribution table, and I clear off what we just did, I kind of quickly always glance down here at these critical values first, especially because this value that we're trying to figure out is 0.9599, and it's really close to some of these over here, but it's not quite what we need. We need 0.9599, and none of these work. So it's not a critical value, okay? So if we pop back up here and try to find 0.9599, you can tell our 0.9s kind of start right like in here, okay? So kind of look a little bit farther down and bingo, right here. Got it, okay? So you then want to find out your z-score. So find out what values are on top and on the side, and our z-score is going to be 1.75. Okay, not too bad. So we're going to take this and carry it back over into our problem, and we have a z-score of 1.75. Okay, and we are trying to solve for b. Okay, so we really only have one formula that we can use right now, and it is z is equal to x minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So we know z is 1.75. We don't know our x value, but our x value is b, so we do want to replace that x with a b. And then the mean is 12, and we're dividing by the square root of 4. So when you guys rearrange this, the square root of 4 is obviously 2, and if you multiply 1.75 times 2, you get 3.5, and if you add 12 to that, you get 15.5 is equal to b. And before we end this, I just want you to take a second and reflect on whether or not that b value makes sense. 15.5, and absolutely that makes sense, because 15.5 would be to the right side of 12, and that is kind of what I want you guys to always think. Does this make sense? So you'll see this little check mark next to my homework problems worked out, and I always go back and I try to verify with my picture that I drew to see if it makes sense. Okay?